Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the OCAD Sports Report Show. I'm your host, Nader,
And my name is Sam.
and today we have some very exciting sports news in boxing and NBA.
Okay, so for boxing, for those who don't know, Jake Paul and his team had a big fight last weekend. And the first fight I want to mention will be Javon Walton versus Terez. Javon Walton, this was his first pro match debut. And he's only 17 years old.
That's the Euphoria guy, for those who don't know.
Yeah, he's the Euphoria, the small kid that played in the show. That's him. Yeah, and he for those who don't know, his first ever passion was boxing, right? Like the only thing that he ever wanted to do was boxing, and he got into acting at a very young age, but that wasn't his true passion. So he has 85 amateur fights, and he was like, you know what? I think it's time to go pro.
Yeah.
And his first match was against a pro fighter at the age of 34. Terez. He's not really popular, I would say. He only has he's 0-1-1, right? But he's 34 years old.
Yeah.
Right. So for a first match debut, I feel like this is kind of a decent matchup, right? Because we got a guy who has a shit ton of experience, right? But has an A record, right? Just 0-1-1, right? For his first match, I feel like this is okay.
Yeah.
Right. And for his performance, for Javon's performance, I am a big fan of his, and he delivered no tomorrow. For his first match, you would think that there's no way that this is his first pro match. He had probably 4 or 5 matches, right? He was that good. He's a southpaw fighter. He kept him on his toes.
Yeah.
At all times. He was defending amazingly.
Yeah.
Right? He hit this guy with great combos with great speed. Right? His footwork was amazing, but Terez just stood there just accepting it. Right? Majority of the time he was just taunting him.
Yeah.
Right? It was a 4-round match, 3 minutes each, so not bad.
Yeah.
Right? And I would say it was a decent match. Terez could have done better, but Javon Walton definitely won that match. But unfortunately, it was a draw.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was a draw, which made no sense to
Isn't
me.
his
at
dad
all.
His trainer or something? I heard this
Yeah,
dad.
Javon's dad is his trainer. Yeah,
Wow.
He's been his trainer since the beginning.
Yeah. Isn't he?
Right.
Wasn't he a pro fighter? His dad, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Actually, I'm not sure too much. I don't know that much about his father. I just know that he is a trainer and his coach.
Yeah.
Right. He's always by his corner. Right. For his first match, I personally think he definitely won that fight, and he did a great job, especially with a big ass crowd.
Yeah.
Right. I believe that was 20, probably 10,000 people. Right, watching him in the studio, and it was really good. It was really great.
Yeah.
A lot of boos on his corner though. He got a lot of boos, and I was
Yeah.
damn man, he's just a kid.
Yeah.
He's 17, bro. What are you gonna do?
Comes with the game, you know.
It comes with the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely needs to build that audience.
Yeah.
But that audience was more for Terez,
Yeah.
which also I'm bro, he's 0-1-1. What's there to be a fan of, man?
Yeah.
Right.
And it builds character. You get
builds
bullied at
character,
17. Yeah.
Yeah. 17, and he did better. He did way better than a 34-year-old.
The guy's still growing and stuff.
He's still growing.
Yeah.
Right. Broski just hit puberty 2-3 years ago, bro. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Right? Let the kid be, and I feel like he's gonna have a great boxing career. Right? If he started off like this, he amazed the crowd. He amazed majority of the people that were watching him. Right? And yeah, I'm always gonna be there by his side. I'm a huge fan of his, so I'm no doubt. I think he's gonna have a great and amazing career. And then
Jake Paul fight.
The Jake Paul fight. Yeah, Jake Paul versus. I don't even remember this guy's name because he's not even worth remembering. Dude, this Jake Paul always chooses the most people to fight. Respectfully, he's he calls himself a good fighter, a pro fighter, he belongs in boxing, but then he chooses the most embarrassing people to fight.
Yeah.
The only good people that he chose to fight was like Tommy Fury and like
Oh yeah, and he lost that.
and Deji.
Deji?
But Deji was his first match. I would say Gib too,
Oh yeah,
right?
Gib.
Gib, but like if you fought Gib now,
Gib, I think.
dude, Gib would beat his
Yeah.
ass, bro. He would get destroyed
Yep.
immediately. Gib is just beyond him, and he chooses good fighters too.
Yeah.
He goes, like, he proves himself with every fight, right? Jake Paul just picks like this guy was the Uber driver. Did you know that? People searched up his LinkedIn.
Yeah.
It was an Uber driver. He was an Uber driver. Yeah, and I'm like, what kind of experience does this guy have?
Yeah.
Right? For a main event too, bro. For a main event, he's an Uber driver.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on, bro?
Yeah.
Right? This guy went from Tommy Fury to this. And then speaking on Jake Paul's fights,
Mhm.
Jake Paul and Ryan Garcia got into a phone call recently.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was like yesterday or 2 days ago, and things got heated.
Yeah, I heard Ryan said I regret introducing you to boxing.
Yeah, into the boxing scene. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Brian was there at his
Yeah.
beginning of his boxing career, right? He was teaching him the ropes and shit. So
Ryan was on something. You see the videos of
Yeah.
him now. He's on. People are saying, "Oh, you're on cocaine or something." But he looks like he's having a breakdown or something.
yeah,
He was on social media saying, "Oh, 666, whatever. They come to
Yeah.
kill us." He was saying some crazy stuff.
dude. Like even he shouted out his ex-wife and everything. Like he shouted out like a lot of people,
Yeah.
right? That he hasn't spoken to,
Yeah.
like in a while, and he just brought it up.
And
Right?
then-
I'm pretty sure he's going through. Yeah, he's definitely.
yeah, he's going through something. And in the press conference, he was mumbling and stuff, and everyone's saying, "Oh, get off the coke, get off the coke." But he looks like he needs help or something.
Yeah.
And when Devin Haney was it's his turn to talk, that was kind of funny. Ryan Garcia opened Cocomelon, and the theme song was on. That was hilarious.
He lost this was just recent news too. Like he lost his home.
Yeah.
Apparently, he lost his credit cards, debit cards, and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
Majority of what he owns, he lost because of what's been happening in the last
Yeah.
week and a half, 2 weeks, right? So whatever he is that he is doing, he's just gotta stop because
Yeah.
it's just. Or people are saying that, but this is just a theory
Yeah.
that this is just all a skit to promote the fight,
I don't
right?
know.
Because if you think about it too, because Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, they're long-term friends,
Yeah.
right? They have fought each other in the past, in amateur,
Mhm.
right? Realistically, it could be a skit. This whole thing could be a skit because
Maybe, yeah.
they've known each other for a very long time,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, why is his voice like that? Why is he acting that kind of way?
And his eyes, he looks.
and his
he looks
eyes is-
tired. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
it's very. I don't know. I just hope that
he's okay.
he's okay. Yeah.
For NBA news, All-Star Weekend happened a few weeks
All-Star
ago. Yeah. It was ass. The whole weekend, except for the 3-point contest, was ass.
Yeah.
The players don't care anymore. There's
Mm.
no incentive for them to actually compete.
Yeah.
The stars are just there just to be there.
Yeah.
And no one's actually trying. I believe it was the first All-Star game in a few years where they only played defense for 3 possessions, so it wasn't competitive. People were just
Mm.
shooting. The score went to 200 and something because no one was actually
Yeah.
defending. They're just there putting up shots and stuff.
Yo, I feel like that's what happens. I remember. I'm not sure when this was. 2019, 2020, All Stars, right? Every time the ball got turned around,
Yeah.
right? They just shot randomly. They were just doing their own thing.
Yeah,
just
but I
having
mean,
fun, this.
for All-Star games, it's entertaining. So people pull up from half court, the dunks. They don't really
Yeah,
try on
just-
defense. But this year it was just they didn't care. The players didn't care.
Yeah.
And they also remember when Kobe died in 2020, and they changed the rules. They made it to it's like pickup. So when the team reaches 24, the first team that reaches that they win the quarter. They played it like that. So it made it more competitive. But then they stopped doing that. They went back to the East versus West and just a regular four quarters, and now it's not competitive at all. And even the skills challenge, you had the Pablo Banchero and Anthony Edwards and Victor Wembanyama. So they had the first picks
Yeah.
versus rookies versus all-stars. So the team with Anthony
Okay.
Edwards said, "I'm just gonna go shoot with my left hand." So like
Yeah.
the skills challenge, it's like dribbling, passing,
Yeah.
and the team that does it in like the fastest speed, they win basically. So yeah, Anthony Edwards is just there shooting with his left hand, and he's not even
Yeah.
left-handed.
No.
So he's just not taking it seriously.
he's
And the
not,
guy's
yeah.
like 25, is like, what's the point? No one takes this serious.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they have to change something about the All-Star game, All-Star weekend in general. The dunk contest has been asked ever since like
Yeah.
2019.
I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, this
It has
year,
not been good after.
Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics. I don't
Yeah.
even know how he got to the finals. I mean, there's no like competitors. They brought up the Mac McClung, that guy's in the G League. They bring him up from the G League to play in the All-Star weekend because no one else wants to do it. No star wants to join the dunk contest. I don't know why. It's only Jaylen Brown. So Jaylen did the most like the corniest dunks ever, most
Yeah.
basic dunks, and the judges kept giving him like 49s, 50s, and he went to the finals, but thank God he didn't win. But it was so bad. They have to, I don't know, just give him more money or something. They tell him there's
feel
like $1 million on the line for each player. They'll play harder.
This is something that I started to notice, just like, not just with sports and like athletes, just like everything now. It's like people are just like their energy is just dying out.
Yeah.
Like everything has just been like so down and like, yeah, it's just not the same vibe anymore. It's like it's no more competitiveness, no more no more betting with each other, right? To like make a good show. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because they take the
Just-
All-Star weekend as like a weekend off from playing. So I'm with
weekend
my
off.
family. I'm in Vegas or whatever. They were in Indianapolis, I think. They played in Indiana this weekend. So yeah, they're just taking the weekend off basically.
Yeah.
And I think if they incentivize them, be like, oh, you get like $1 million if you win this game. They'd probably play harder. Like, let's be real. Like that's the same thing with the in-season tournament.
Yeah.
Why did the players play hard? Because there's $1 million for each player on the line, or 500K on the line for each player if you win the tournament. And for the dunk contest, I mean, we've basically seen every dunk over the past few years.
Yeah, we've seen everything.
So
like
there's
everything.
nothing that it's gonna really surprise us.
Yeah.
And like Jaylen Brown, he jumped over Kai Cenat on a chair. Kai Cenat was sitting on a chair. Kai Cenat is like 5'3", 5'4". So imagine him on a chair. He's like 3'11".
Yeah, exactly.
And he
bro.
just jumped over Kai Cenat. That's on a chair.
Somebody's got to dunk over like a Shaquille O'Neal or something.
Yeah, they keep doing it, but we've seen it a bunch of times. That's what I'm saying. We've seen every dunk, so there's nothing really new to see.
Yeah.
Unless you bring in like professional dunkers from like that compete in actual dunk contests, but that's not like NBA players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
And
People
no
wanna see-
superstar wants to like join the dunk contest, especially after what the judges did to the Aaron Gordon in 2020 and 2019. He should have won those, and he lost because Dwayne Wade gave him a 9,
Yeah.
and he clearly won those.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last actually like crazy dunk contest was 2016, the one in Toronto. Zach Levine and Aaron Gordon, that was crazy. The 3-point contest was really good. Damian Lillard won that one. And they had Steph Curry versus the WNBA player. I forgot her name.
Oh,
not
like
yeah,
the
they
fade
played
up,
like because she won the WNBA contest, 3-point contest last year,
Yeah.
and she got like a record 30 something or
Oh,
something.
damn.
And then Steph Curry like said on Twitter, "Oh, you're congrats, whatever," and she called them out on Twitter. They like, "Look, play me." So they
That's
played
how-
each other,
Yeah.
and Steph beat her, but it was pretty entertaining to see like.
What was the
yeah.
score? Like, what was
Steph got 26, she got like 24 or something. So there's like
okay, so that's really close.
yeah, pretty
That was
close.
really
Yeah,
close.
that was entertaining.
That's good. That's good. I remember when Kevin Hart tried to do that. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
You know that
Kevin Hart
video?
actually got more than Draymond Green.
Yeah, I do. Which was crazy. I was like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, yo, what, like, what's up, right? There's no way, because like I felt like he had to practice
Yeah,
at least for
because
like
he
a
was
good
playing
hour
in the
before
celebrity game. He used to play in the celebrity game. Even the
So-
celebrity game now is like not entertaining
Oh, yeah?
because they're putting in like NFL athletes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so
I
the
mean,
NFL
okay.
athletes, they ball hog and they're not passing to anyone.
Yeah.
And they can jump like crazy, so they're like doing everything. And
Yeah, they-
Kai Cenat is begging for the ball. So yeah,
Yo, Kaisenat's there, dude. He is so funny.
yeah.
He was so funny, bro.
He was
Every time
big.
he's on the court, he's like, yo, pass the
Pass
ball,
it.
pass the ball. And he just like do his face expressions, everything kill me.
And Shannon Sharp was the coach for the Kai Cenat's team,
Yeah.
and he was like, Kai was showing him after the game, like, look at my highlights. Kai was showing him like his highlights against like 8th graders or 7th graders.
Oh,
Against people shorter than him. So he's like, trying to show up. He's like, what am I gonna do with that?